Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Next Level Youth Track and Field Talk Show. Today we have a fabulous lineup for you. I'm your host, Coach John. Today, this is my co-host.
Jean, I am his daughter.
I think they knew that already.
Just in case they didn't.
So we're going to have a great show today. We have Dale City Lightning in the building today. Fabulous club out in Virginia. So we're going to have them in here for our live show, live interview. And they have brought a jewel with them, a fabulous athlete, perennial New Balance All-American, perennial state high jump champ. Currently at a 5'10", we have Sydney Banks that's going to be in here today as well. So we're going to have a fabulous show. Really looking forward to getting her in here and having discussions and questions with her. Let me give out the phone number now. Please share the feed. Share the feed with your friends, cousins, aunt, uncle, grandma, whoever. Share the feed. Share the feed on your Facebook page. Here's the call-in number. The call-in number is 301-429-9247. So we definitely want some active call-in participation. And one of our early segments before we actually get to our interview with Sydney, we're going to have a nice segment for a lot of the athletes that we want to call in on. So athletes, I hope you're tuning in because we definitely want you to be involved in the show today. But before we get to that, kind of got something that I want to get off my chest that's been really bothering me all day. So I created this platform for the track and field community. Again, because it's something that we don't have, that we've never had. You can find basketball, football shows, dime a dozen on the network, whether it's live, whether it's in your car, they're all over the place. But we've never had a dedicated track and field talk show. We've never had that platform. Even when I was an athlete, we did not have that platform. Now we have that, and now we have the community. So when I go to my YouTube channel, Next Level Youth Training, and I see that we only have 20 subscribers, it makes me nauseous. It really does. It makes me just feel like the community and the sport is just not being appreciated as it should, and it's not being supported by the community as it should. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to everybody that's watching this show and everybody that's listening to this show. I don't care if you in your car, if you in the middle of the pews at the aisle right now, because later on, we bringing that basket down your aisle today. Today, we going to bring that basket down your aisle. You need to go to YouTube, surf channel Next Level Youth Training, and you need to subscribe to that channel because we need your support for this platform. And if you're not supporting it, then why is the platform here? Why is it here? I don't understand that. You're being selfish. It's truly selfish that you can't take 30 seconds and do that. 30 seconds out of your time. This is not for me. This is for Sydney Banks. This is for the Allen brothers. This is for Messiah out of Bullis. This is for them. This is not for me. So we got national champions every year to come out of this area. Every year to come out of this region. And they don't get their just due. They just don't. You got, what's the boy name came out of DeMatha? The sprinter from last year. On the tip
Graduated?
of my tongue. Yeah.
Oh, Daryl.
You got Daryl Haraway. He didn't have his platform last year. He didn't have it. You know, and back in 1990, there was a young lady by the name of Ebony Robinson that as a freshman went 11.60. Where was her platform? And for you to not take 30 seconds to go to the YouTube channel to subscribe is being disrespectful to her. Because now there's a platform to support your athlete, your child, or your nephew or niece that's to come, that's to follow the athletes that sit into this seat over here. Lionel, shine the camera on that seat over there, Lionel. Put the camera on that seat for me. So what you want me to do is you want me to be what you are, which is selfish. So you want me to throw gas on that seat, right? You want me to throw gas on that seat and charge you to put it out, because that's what I'll do. Charge you to put that flame out. That's what you want to do, right? Because the athletes that come in here, they come in here because I created this platform for them. And as an athlete myself that gave my blood, sweat, and tears to this sport, I'm so disrespectful if I get in touch with an athlete or a coach or that parent and say, I'm going to charge you to sit in that seat when your athlete earned and deserved to sit in that seat. But you can't take 30 seconds and go to subscribe to a channel to support this community. This your vehicle. If there's another track and field talk show out there, please let me know that's in this region. Let me know. Let me know that's reaching out to the clubs, to Dale City Lightning, to Marlboro Track Club, to Glen Arden Track Club, to Full Speed, I-5 Elite. Please tell me, because I don't know that there's one that's out there. So you need to do your job and you need to support this channel. Because how this happened today, so, and I don't worry about what somebody else is doing, because you can't take my blessings. What God has put on my ledger, you can't hurt. It's already written in stone for me. That's mine. You can't do nothing about that. So I don't care about what somebody else is doing. I'm going to support that. I'm going to support other trainers in this industry that's in track and field, because it's a community and we supposed to be together. So when I got in touch with Brian over at Dale City Lightning, Sydney wasn't even in the conversation. You know why I reached out to that gentleman? Because when we have our indoor track meets and you look down at the end of the track, all you see is purple and gold. You see a bunch of brothers on the track donating their free time to work the track meet. They don't get paid. They don't get paid a dime for that. So I reached out to him because of that, because that gave me the respect for that club, for not just the founder of the club, Monty, but Brian as well, and a whole lot of the other brothers on that team standing down there running that meet for your child, for your athlete, not theirs, for every athlete that showed up on that line. They help support that track meet for that. We don't get paid. When Coach John is at the track meet, I'm working the track meet. I don't have on any colors. I'm there for them kids. You don't see me in the bleachers pushing this or pushing that or trying to sell this. 9 times out of 10, people come up to me and Coach Tony and they say, oh, I didn't even know you were doing that. I had no clue. Because that's not me. That's not what I'm about. Again, God's going to give me my blessings. I don't have to push nothing on nobody. But what I am going to tell you is if you love track and field and you love this community, you need to support it. It's just disrespectful that we only got 20 subscribers on that YouTube channel. And we've had All-American after All-American come and sit in that chair. What are you saying to them? We got athletes that got 50,000, 60,000 followers. We got 20 subscribers? Really? That's it? I know the Dale City family going to be on the phone today because I know the brass that they got. And the brass is about them kids. They're about that club and they're about that community. So because I reached out to him and I said, listen, I want you guys to come in here. I want you guys to have this platform to talk about your club. And oh, by the way, bring an athlete that you feel is deserving of being on this show. He texts me back and say, I'll bring you Sydney Banks. Really? I had no clue of that she was actually a part of that track club. She runs for Osbourn out in Virginia. But she runs for Dale City Lightning as the track club. So see, God gave me my blessing by giving them theirs. I didn't seek her out. She came to me. And we're going to give her her just due by putting her in this chair and applauding her for the hard work and dedication that she's done. So you'll vote for a man that's a narcissist that spreads his name over everything that he's done and won't give you the respect to show you his taxes, but you can't go to YouTube and subscribe to your community for your kids and your athlete? You ain't got 30 seconds to do that? Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me. That's right. You're going to get it today because I give it to my kids when I'm training them. I don't give it to them halfway, and I tell them don't give it back to me halfway. If I demand everything from them and hard work from them, why should I let you off easy? Why should I let you just slide? Because you ain't got 30 seconds to support this platform and this community. I'm going to give it to you just as well. I demand everything from you when it's free. Ain't costing you nothing to do that. Nothing to do that. But you want me to charge these athletes to come in here because you too lazy to go on YouTube and subscribe. Y'all gonna get some get right today. As my man Mike over in Soho's Finance would say, pay that man. Pay that man. Y'all need to pay this sport because this is your platform. So act like it and carry it like it's your platform so that we can continue to have this for the next athlete to walk in this door, sit in that chair and get the accolades and praise that they deserve from their community. Just go and like the channel and subscribe. That's all you got to do is just do that. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And y'all done made me spend 10 minutes that I could be talking to this young lady because I gotta get some get right in here today because y'all don't want to do nothing. Support the channel, man. Nobody asks you for nothing. I've reached out to a couple of people, business owners in the community. I don't get no response. They not even responding back. But you know what? I've pushed them so much business. I've pushed them so many athletes to their business in track and field alone. They ain't got to respond. They dead to my phone now. Because you getting money from this track community and you ain't trying to give it back to support this platform. I had one gentleman come find me today. He didn't even respond. He came in to find me. He's one of the best pediatrics in Maryland, D.C., and Virginia. He came and found me today and he said, what do you need for me to support this platform? He said, I knew where you was going to be, so I came to the track because I knew you was going to be here. That's what I do. I'm on the track giving my time to the kids. That's what I do. So that's what I expect you to do. Support this platform. Stop bojangling, stop playing around. Sydney Banks going to be in here in a minute. Y'all need to be on here popping, live, watching, calling in, subscribing to the channel. She earned that. And every athlete we sit in that seat next, they earn that too. So I gave you the call-in number. I'm going to give it to you again because you need to call in. 301-429-9247. I'm going to take a 5-minute break because I need to go ahead and I need to cool off a little bit so my host can get to what she came in here to do. We're gonna keep it moving. We're going to keep it popping. I got artists, nationally artists that's on Rick Ross' current album right now that I put out a call to and said, listen, I want you to support this platform. Can you support this platform for me? What you need me to do, coach? What you need me to do? So you know what they doing? They creating a custom song for Next Level Youth Track and Field Talk Show. I got brands that I'm trying to bring into this community to help put better uniforms on the back of our grassroots athletes, our 8 and under kids. I'm trying to have conversations with them, and you won't even go and subscribe to the channel. But I'm doing this for the community. What are you doing for the community? Do your part. Because when you come to me at the track meeting, you smiling in my face, I'm going to ask you, did you subscribe to the channel? And if you tell me no, I'm going to remove myself from your presence because you're selfish and your community don't need you. And I'm not going to give you my time because my time is dedicated to these kids and this track and field community. And if you ain't on the same platform as that, then I ain't giving you my time. Step up to the plate and be a part of the community. So you go to that Maybach Music V and you listen to that. And my artist is on there that's going to do something special for this show. I'm going to take a break. Let's go to break line. When we come back, my co-host John is going to introduce our quick first segment that we're going to do. We need call-ins. Get to your phones. All the athletes is out there right now. Get to your phones. I'm gonna start texting you right now. The Allen brothers, William, Lauren. I'm getting ready to text y'all right now, and I need y'all on these lines. I need you to call in. Next Level Youth Training, Track and Field Talk Show. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back to Next Level Youth Track and Field Talk Show. We get ready to get into, we want to know from the athletes that's out there, the runners, the sprinters, the jumpers, the hurdlers, the long jumpers, We want to know, what is your top 5 songs, albums, or artists that get you lit before you getting ready to run? That's what we want to know right now. We want to know what gets you lit. I'm going to let Jean take over this segment. She going to handle that.
Okay, so I'm going to start off the conversation by telling you my top 5 artists that get me hyped before my track meets, on the way to my track meets, and things like that. I like to listen to Young Thug, Future, Kodak Black, Lil Uzi, and Travis Scott. Those are the artists that get me hype. Sometimes I like to throw it back to older rappers like Fabulous,
Young Hove,
Jay-Z,
Young
yeah,
Hove.
Kanye West. So yeah, those are the people that
50 Cent.
Give me
50 Cent.
These are mine, not yours. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, they get me hyped before track meets, get me in my zone, and to get me to focus and do what I got to do on the track.
I ain't hear no gospel in there, none. We got a caller. Caller, thank you for calling in the Next Level Youth Track and Field Talk Show. Please give us your name, what school you're calling from, if you're calling from a school, and let us know what your top 5 is. You there? Okay, can you hear him? Caller, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. You're live. What is your top 5?
I'm Mackenzie Hanks. I run for the Dale City Lightning. My top 5 people that get me hip or get me lit is Young Thug, Future. I mean, those are the top 2, but it all depends on what I'm running and usually just what I'm feeling at the moment.
So what events do you run?
I run the 400, the 200, the 100, and some meets I do, like indoor season, I did the 4x2, and outdoor I do the 4x1.
Okay. So you like to mellow into it, like ease into it, or you like to get straight to it? What y'all call it? Kickback music.
I like to go
You listen to that kickback
straight
music?
into it.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I like to go straight into it.
Okay. Well, thank you for your call, caller. We appreciate your call, man.
Thank you.
You want to take that? Yeah,
You have another caller. Caller, hi. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you please tell us your name and where you're calling in from?
This is William Henderson from Baltimore, Poly.
Oh, hey, William. Can you tell us your top 5?
Say it again.
Can you tell us your top 5 that you like to listen to get ready for track meets?
Song-wise,
Yeah, top 5
artists,
song artists.
albums.
I'll just do artists. 'Cause, I listen to a lot of music. So I'm going to go ahead and say Meek Mill, definitely. Lil Wayne, Montana 300, Young and May, and probably Lil Scooter.
You
He's a
thug.
Baltimore rapper.
You,
Yeah.
you listen to straight
Top 5.
thug music over there. Is that what you got going on, William? You thugging over there, huh?
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
I hear it. Look, man, I appreciate the call. I'll definitely be seeing you soon at either Penn or the Bullets Invitational,
Well,
man. We'll definitely see you soon.
All right.
Okay, William.
Y'all take care.
You too. That's it. Okay. The line is we're gonna leave the line open for a few more minutes in case somebody want to call in. I don't know. I guess my list: wear asses, proper utensils, Chuck Brown.
Wow.
That's on the go-go side. On the hip hop side, Young Hove all the way, 50 Cent, Dipset, Jeezy. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Good taste.
That's pretty much it. We ain't have all the the easy technology that y'all got, wireless headphones and all that. I can't even remember how I was getting my music.
Yeah, we have a variety of ways to get
Sure
it now.
was
Spinrilla, Spotify, Apple Music.
Yeah, we had to run around with CD players on our hip. a mixtape CD player on our hip with wires all connected to our ears. That's how we got our music in. We got our music that way. Okay. Well, we getting ready to go to another quick break. When we come back, we'll come back with Sydney Banks. See you soon.
Hi, welcome back to Next Level Youth Track and Field Talk Show. We are here with our special guest, Sydney, and her coaches. We're going to jump right into questions. Well, a question that I have for Sydney, which is, what do you like to do in your free time? Because I know track can be a demanding sport that requires a lot of your attention. So what do you do to relax and do something that you like to do besides track?
I really like drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Also hanging out with friends. That's a lot of what I do.
Yeah.
Kickbacks.
He just learned what the word kickback means,
It's a party.
so he's very happy to
No,
use it right
a
now.
kickback. What is? I'm like. What is
There's
a
a
kickback?
difference. There's a difference. I
Low
told
music and high music. That's
you.
the
No,
difference.
kickbacks. It's more of friendly gatherings. You're gonna know majority of the people
A
there.
cookout?
I mean, it's like a cookout, but inside.
To get together.
Yeah, it's a get together. It's a get together. It's a get together.
She hit me with the kickback. I'm like, what's a kickback? You know, we get together, so it's not a party. No, it's not a party. It's a kickback. Okay.
No, two different things.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So yeah. Oh, another question is, do you have like a favorite? I know I have a favorite spike brand that I like to run in, so I was wondering if you do for jumping and stuff like that. Nike? Really? I started out with Nike, but I moved my way over to Saucony, so I'm kind of comfortable with them now. But I really like New Balance as well, so I don't know. Between those two.
I'm pointing at a gentleman out in the hallway. Don't worry about that. He knows what I'm pointing at.
Especially since we just got New Balance spikes for New Balance Nationals. Those are really comfortable, so I think they're growing on me day by day, yeah.
So I mean, she's a sophomore, ladies and gentlemen, and she is 2016 outdoor high jump champ, 2017 indoor high jump champ, honorable mention All-American going in the outdoor, 2-time New Balance All-American, and she's a sophomore. How do you? So, did you plan this? What happened? So, how did it happen?
I don't really know. It was just middle school. I saw, I went to my sister's track meet, and I used to see high jump. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. So I started trying it, and then I guess it was just kind of came natural with gymnastics training earlier.
Oh,
And no, I didn't plan on it, but I'm just blessed that I'm where I am today.
So, anybody, any mom, dad, uncles, anybody in the family athletes?
Yeah, my mom, she's throwing track too.
Yeah. So your uncle was a has-been? Coach Brian is actually her uncle, guys. So I'm picking with him right now. I'm picking with him. So Nike high jump 5'10". What was your height previously before the 5'10", and how difficult was it to get there?
Before it was 5'9", and I just got this at the beginning of the season, the first indoor meet in New York. And it was like, I think I had a different training regimen during the summer, and I think that really made the difference because I was a lot stronger than I was coming into high school.
And where did you get that strength from?
Where'd I get it from?
You said you got stronger, right? And so what did you do?
I worked a lot at Competitive Edge. That was Dale City Lightning and Coach Monty. This is a new facility that he built. And we did a lot of Vertimax training, and that worked with my explosiveness. And I was in the weight room a lot more, too, working on my leg strength.
Okay. So I'm glad you touched on that about what Monty does as far as the technical aspect, as well as Brian, what these guys do with the kids off the track as well, and utilizing the Vertimax. And again, I go back to, we've had this conversation. I'm in fear of no competition. These guys do what I do. They train like I train. They use the same equipment that I use. So some people wouldn't have allowed them to even come on the show to give them airtime. But I respect what they're doing. I respect their knowledge and trying to be innovative and give their athletes truly what they need to become next level athletes, which is the Vertimax training and so on. Because she's a product of it herself. I mean, she can tell you how she went from, she was the 8th fastest kid in the nation as a freshman at New Balance. So she finished 8th place in the finals. And she lived on the Vertimax. She stayed on the Vertimax. So now that she's off her, and she really hasn't been back on it yet right now because she's working, getting back fit, in shape, and prepared for the season. But again, you know, I commend you guys on that and what y'all doing as far as developing these kids in the community and because that's it. That's it. You got to go to that next level to get that strength to be able to go 5'10", right? Because everything is not really going to be developed from practice. So I'm glad to hear you say that. What are some of your, I guess, favorite meets that you've gone to? What are some of your favorite meets?
I think,
because everybody has like a favorite track that they like.
I think the Armory. That's my favorite track. I like the music. I hate serious situations, so I like when it's like loud music and I can just like zone it out. Yeah,
the Armory does let it loose in there. Yeah, because I remember one time I was like, are they playing that? They letting that come through the speakers? So yeah, they kind of let it loose. John, what's your favorite?
Well, if we're talking indoor, I'd have to agree with the Armory. I also like this new track in Ocean Breeze. Have you been there? That's a new facility, yeah. I really like it. It's really smooth. Outdoor, pin relays, hands down.
Yeah.
Pin relays.
So, coaches, tell me a little bit about the Dale City program, because again, I was very happy to learn that Sydney was a product of what you guys are doing over there with the kids. Again, we have Monty and we have Brian in the studio, and these guys are really doing phenomenal work in Virginia. So I'll let you guys talk. I'll let you guys tell it a little bit.
I'll let Monty start.
Yeah, you can use hers.
I'll let Monty start.
Okay. Well, yeah, as you said, I'm Coach Monty Evans, head coach of Dale City Lightning. We started in 2010. Opened a track club, 8 athletes, 3 being my own. Really a small running club in Dale City, Virginia. Primarily from a lack. At that time, my daughters were 5. So looking for somewhere that would take, 5-year-olds. It wasn't nothing, and I saw it with them, taking them out to a track that they love running. They love running. So from there to fast forward to us start in 2017, we're up to close to 190 kids.
Wow.
It's funny, a friend of mine recently asked me, is like, if you didn't keep up with that, when it was 8 kids and nobody coming out, like, where are all these kids coming from? What would they be doing? And I guess it leads to the legacy you're sort of talking to, and how you came across with Brian and talking about, a platform for track. So when he came to me and told me, I was like, I would love to get this story out there, because, it's a sport, that we've come that, a lot of athletes can get in regardless of their ability. Yeah. We sort of preach at Dale City, winning medals and everything is fine, but it's one thing, we have the kids, understand their time, understand their distance and their height, where they can see each week that they're improving.
Right.
And we sort of hone on that focus, from there. And I think from, the coaches that's come involved, all of them parents, our group, we have a staff of 14 coaches that are excellent, and I think from our community and the word spreading, we've grown. Kids, as you sort of talked earlier, hear about the program, want to come out, for Dale City. So from there, it's just growing, and we love, coming across to PG, to run. One of the areas where we can, hone our skills, from there. So I think, from that brought, Competitive Edge, which is a brand new facility. I'm co-owner of that, and as Sydney mentioned, we started training there this summer. We just opened last February, so this is our first year. But it's about 30,000 square feet, indoor training, weight room, sports complex. We have the Vertimax, couple Vertimax that we train on. We have a turf area, full weight room, batting cages. And we sort of expanded. We even into yoga. It's something that we've had our Dale City athletes do Each season, you know, I would bring a yoga instructor out
That's right.
because we're constantly running, you know, constantly running. And so we have it set up where it's like basically a campus, you know, in Woodbridge area where athletes can come and they can train regardless of what sport, you know, that they're in. So the competitive edge, the Dell City, you know, we have athletes from all tracks, you know, groups. You know, Dell City, of course, with me being brand from there, you know, it's our home base. So we have an indoor facility to train in. Now, basically mimicking off PG, you know, the stuff we're able to see that the guys can do is like, oh, we need to have that,
That's right.
you know, for our athletes. Traveling, I think it got to a point about 4 years ago where we started renting gyms and doing training. And, you know, now we have a facility that all athletes in the Woodbridge area, you know, Northern Virginia area can train. And Dell City Light, and, you know, we welcome everyone, you know, in our environment.
That's good, man. Y'all are growing, man. We got a caller. Caller, thank you for calling Next Level Youth Track and Field Talk Show. Please tell us your name, and if you're from a school or club, please tell us what it is. Caller, you there?
Here. My name is Tracy, and I'm actually a parent of an athlete. And my question is,
Hold on, Trey.
Hold on, Tracy. Hold on. We're going to get it fixed right for you real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
my name is Tracy, and I'm a parent. And my question is, what advice would you give the parents? How do you know if you're pushing your kids too hard or if you're not pushing them hard enough?
That's a great question. I'm going to answer that, and I'm going to let the coaches jump in as well. It's really on the athlete and the athlete's schedule. When I say the athlete's schedule, you also gotta keep in mind their academic curriculum, their academic courses, the classes that they're taking. How many sports do you have the athlete involved? How many days out of the week is the athlete training? How many hours out of the week is the athlete training? So it depends on a number of things. And also, me and Coach Brown was talking about this early. We was talking about quality workouts, right? So you have coaches that have the thought process that you got to be out here 6-7 hours. That's not true. So it's about quality training. So it's okay if your kid is on a track club and then they go over to Monty's, what's the name of it?
Competitive Edge Athletic Performance Center.
Correct. So it's okay if they go over there and they start doing technical training or core training with Monty in his facility, because that's quality work. And see, if the body is not ready to perform, I don't care what the mind want to do, then it's not going to perform, because that's the vessel that they need to be prepared and be ready. So if you're thinking of, or your question is pertaining to that, then it's okay to sign your athlete up for that, because I'm sure Monty will say, look, your athlete's actually running, because I tell all my athletes, you still got to be on the track. Don't just come in here to the training every day. You got to go and be on the track. And we'll tell our athletes, don't come in here this week. I don't want to see you tomorrow. Because a true coach or trainer is there for the benefit of that athlete. And they'll manage that athlete's workout to know when to push them and when to pull back. So that's a relationship that you have to have with the trainers and the coaches as well. Some coaches are out here, they're beating kids in the ground. I've seen them and I know them. They'll beat the kid in the ground till the kid actually raise their hand and say, I've had enough. I got to go to the doctors. I'm in pain. I've had enough. So you got to have that relationship with the coach to kind of manage your child or your athlete's workout. Coach, I'll let y'all take over.
Yeah, I think you hit right on the kind of the high points there.
Slide over something, coach, so they can make sure they hear you.
Yeah, I think you hit on the high points there. It's that it's one, you know, kind of really starts with you, relationship with the athlete. And I think you begin to know that athlete and what, you know, we talk in terms of track, we call the word load, right? How if you're putting too much load on the athlete.
Right.
And that athlete will start to push back. I think it's just like anything else, right? They know when they've had enough, you push them too far, and you've got to know when to pull back off of them. And you've got to kind of know their schedule as well. So we ask all of our athletes, especially a lot of our high school athletes, you know, if you're gonna come run with us, we also what'd you do at practice today? What have you done through practice all week? And then I will say, okay, well, then you only need to do probably 200s at about 60%. That's all you need to do, okay? Because there's areas that you need to recover. There's parts of your body that need to rest.
It has to rest. It has to rest and it has to recover. You have to go through that.
Right, so it's learning and being very observant. That's one thing about a coach is that you just have to be observant about all your athletes because they're all at different skill levels. And so, yeah, you have a workout, but you kind of begin to adjust that workout based on those athletes that you have there that you're working with. And you have to keep a keen eye. You know your kids who are kind of doing double duty or they have other sports that they play too. So they're working different muscle groups. And so you have to know what workouts your workouts, what muscle groups are targeting. Right. And so it is a balance. I mean, there's a level of science to it as well too.
Right.
And I think, as you said, when you have good coaches, they're not out there just to say, I need to fill up 2 hours of time. Right. Right. It's about getting that good, solid quality work in, so you know that when the athlete's ready to perform, they are ready to perform.
And it's about balance. I'm gonna ask Sydney first. I'm afraid to pitch this question to the left of me. So I'm gonna ask Sydney first. So how do you feel, when you're going through the process and you're doing that extra work? What did you get to a point in your training where you felt like I need more? There's more in me that I can give to get better?
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I think I'm at that point kind of right now where I feel like I need to be doing a lot more because I feel like I could get better in PR at more meets. And that's really when, during the summer too, I thought like I shouldn't just be sitting at home. I need to be working and trying to achieve my goals. So I need to get there, and Competitive Edge was a great place to get there.
So in doing that, you knew that sacrifices was going to come along with that, right? And putting in that extra time and that extra work.
Yeah.
And it kind of varies because when they're older, when they're in high school, they can talk.
Right.
When they're 9, 10, 11, 12, and as you say, Coach, you're trying to put all that load on them, they can't talk. That's right. They're going to do what their coach tell them to do. So again, a good coach, a good trainer will be able to look at that kid and say, you've had enough. Right. Training is over. Go home. Even if it was 30 minutes or 45 minutes in the training, right. You've had enough. Your body's exhausted. Right. Go home. Right. So, John, no, how do I pitch this to you? I don't want to throw you a huge softball down the plate.
Go ahead.
So how do you feel about training outside of practice? This extra work, putting in extra work. How do you feel about that?
Well, from a young age, I've known, since me and you have always done extra stuff on the side, it's not going to, it takes more than what you do just in practice to be where you want to be and at the top if you are serious about whatever sport that you're in. So I know that outside work is necessary, perfecting your technique and things like that. That's very key to success in whatever sport you're doing. But I know me, I'm also sometimes I really don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. But then it bites me in the butt when I go to a track meet and I didn't perform how I wanted to. And I'm upset at myself. I'm like, why didn't I PR? Why didn't I do this? I ran slower than I did last week. And then I realized if I wasn't whining and complaining, I should have been out there putting in the work to show what I think I can do on the track.
This show has to live on forever. Those words that were just spoken, she will deny until she dies, but I'll have the footage for that. Because it's like I tell parents and other athletes, I'm not telling your kids anything different than I don't tell mine.
That's right.
I'm not demanding anything of your kid different than I don't demand of mine. Right. And we're like oil and water going to train. And I tell coaches this as well. When they get a certain point and you're the parent, they don't want to hear your voice. Right. They don't want to hear your voice.
So you know that? Wait. Can we take a pause? You actually know that? Because
You told me.
Okay,
yes,
I was making sure you actually know that.
She's told me. So we're to the point now to where it's tell me to work out before, but during the workout, Dad, I don't want to hear your
I don't wanna
voice.
hear you. Right.
Because she's been hearing it since she was 6. So she don't want to hear it anymore. So, and you're going to get this. I know you're 2 years in, but you're going to get this. You're going